Now that I've retouched this image, I think that I'd like to print a few copies of it, maybe a 5x7 suitable for framing and a few wallet shots. And to do that, I'm going to go up here to the File menu, and I'm going to choose Automate, and then I'm going to choose Picture Package. Now, those of you who are familiar with Photoshop 6 might say, hey, Picture Package is not new to Photoshop 7, and that's true. However, by popular demand, this feature has been enhanced inside Photoshop 7, so go ahead and choose the command to bring up the Picture Package dialog box. And I'm going to go ahead and select a layout of 1 5x7 and 4 2.5 by 3.5 inch shots. And notice that Photoshop 7 now shows me a preview of what these images are going to look like on the page, which is extremely helpful. It doesn't leave so much to guesswork as in the past. I'm also going to raise the resolution value so that I have some high resolution, super sharp output here. Now, Photoshop 7 also allows you to package multiple pictures at a time. So in my case, I'm doing the frontmost document, the open image. However, I could select a file from disk, or I could do an entire folder of files. Now, when you do a folder of files, you're going to have one sheet for every single image. So in other words, if I had a folder of 6 images, I would do 5 prints in this case of each of the 6 images. And if you want to protect your images, they're not for reproduction, they're just for proofing, for example, I could specify a label. Now, these labels are going to be printed on top of the image. That's something to keep in mind. So this feature is specifically designed to keep people from reproducing the images. So you can specify a content of the file name if you want to keep track of what your files are, or a copyright statement if you have a copyright for your image that you've entered with the file info command. I'm going to choose custom text, and I'm going to enter the string not for reproduction into the custom text field. The font Helvetica is fine. I'm going to raise the font size just a little bit to 14 points, so I have some very large text inside these images. And I'm going to set the color to white because that's going to stand out better. I'm going to position my labels in the top left corner of the image. Bear in mind, however, that this label is on top of the image, so it's on top of the top left corner, as we'll see when I click the OK button. So now you wait for Photoshop to run this script. It's actually running a series of operations. And once it finishes, I'm going to go to the Image menu. I'm going to choose Rotate Canvas, and I'm going to choose 90 degrees clockwise so that we can get a better sense of what these pictures look like with the not for reproduction labels in place. So there you have it, some of the best features of Photoshop 7, the file browser, the auto color command, the healing brush and patch tool, and the new and improved picture package command, all ideally suited to digital photographers and other folks with large collections of digital images.